I'll tell you a sad story. Not too long ago, a young scholar, and these are scholars. I'm not a scholar. I'm a student, I'm a researcher, but I'm not a scholar, and I have no hesitation in declaring that to you. He came to my office, and he saw my library. My library is just Quran-related work. And one of the books was open. So he goes, this is the tafsir you read. I was like, yeah, when it's a thematic issue, I start with this one. But if it's a linguistic issue, I read Ibn Ashur, Alusi, Al-Kashaf, sometimes Al-Razi. If it's a historical issue, I might do Nazm al-Durar fi Tanasub al-Ayati was-Suwar, and there's some other books that I might consult first. If it's a comparative religion issue, I might go here. If it's a balagha-related issue, I might go here. And he's like, can you make a list for me? And I was like, but you're the scholar. Yeah, but we didn't focus on that. We were studying fiqh and we were studying. I was like, okay, that's great. You were studying these other subjects. I respect those subjects. But bro, this is Islam. If Islam was a building, the main pillar in that building is what? It's the Quran. Quran studies is at the core. Everything else stems from it. Everything else is a byproduct of what is happening here. But you know what's happened? Everything else has become primary and Quran studies have become secondary. I went to Dr. Akram Nadwi and I said, where can I go in the world to study the Quran? He just smiled at me. He said, you might find some places, and he mentioned like 2 or 3. And I was like, 2 or 3 in this ummah? We're a fifth of the world's population. And our book is the Quran. And you're telling me there are 2 or 3 places in the world that I can go to properly, deeply study Quran? Okay, then I asked him other subjects. Where can I go to study fiqh? 100 places. Hadith, 100 places. History, 100. The lists are long. Which is the yatim subject in Islamic studies? It's the study of the Quran. I was shocked. Like, how is this possible? Why is this happening? So the few people that are working in it, they need to be brought together, and that's one of the things that I try to do. Actually, a series that I've been working on for 10 years now is a series of trying to explain a surah of the Quran as best I can. And behind me, because I know I can do my own studies, comparative tafsir and all that, but that only has so much that I can get. So I have a group with me of scholars and researchers, and we discuss whatever lecture I'm going to give, we discuss it together for a couple of hours. We go back and forth, and then I ask all of my hard questions, we debate, we research, counter-argue, and then I give my dars on whatever topic. Because I believe in collaborative learning. I don't believe in, I have the answer, I figured it out. I actually believe in taking advantage of other people's remarkable contributions. And in any field, the field moves forward when people collaborate, right? And I've seen, by the way, non-Muslims are collaborating in the study of the Quran far better than the Muslims are. I've talked about this one time before. I'll tell you a story. I'm actually going to go to one soon. I think Sheikh Yasser might be going too, but I'm definitely going. I signed up already. It's Iqsa in Rome. I want to see what they do there. I want to see how they do it. But I went to a symposium at Oxford University a few years ago. They had 100 different Orientalists, Quran studies specialists, PhDs, non-Muslims, most of them from around the world. People flew in from Australia, from Tel Aviv, Israeli scholars of the Quran, right? And Chicago, Harvard, you name it. People came from all over the world, and there were some Muslims there too. And it was a symposium for a weekend on the Madani Quran. And each person was presenting their thesis, and the other academics that were sitting there were ripping them apart. Like the guy would say, this is my thesis, and that's rather stupid. And here's why. And they'd just tear them apart. And then the guy that's being torn apart, he was thanking them. He's taking notes. Thank you. That's really good. Thank you. He's not like, oh, you're going to call me kafir? You're a bigger kafir than me. Oh, you want to give a khutbah on me? I'm going to give a khutbah on you. No. They were collaborating. They were learning together. And they're non-Muslims. So after all of it, they went for a vodka together at the local bar. But they're studying Quran. And now I got angry. I was like, these people collaborate so well from around the world to study Allah's book. How come I've never seen this? How come we're not doing this? This is our book, and most of their theses were bogus, but we do some real work. So one of my primary motives is to actually get scholars, researchers, enthusiasts in Quranic studies from around the world together and to bring like minds together, and to be able to engage in real deep studies and Quranic studies issues and how it relates to the average Muslim's life.